Welcome to the Ragged Apron, everyone. Today we're going to have a go at doing a full English breakfast in the air fryer. It's already been timed out, so we're going to be using a bit of bacon, nice pieces of bacon there, as you can see, a couple of sausages, 3 mushrooms, 1 egg, 1 tomato, 1 slice of bread, and hash brown. Hash brown, people like it or they don't. Some people say, why do you put hash brown on breakfast? Because I think you've got a bit of a potato element going off there. So we're going to pretty much have a go in the air fryer. We've tested this before, so we know it works. This is purely going to be to show you what you can do with an air fryer. And it saves washing up, because you would need realistically probably 2 or 3 pans to this. The air fryer will do it all, as long as you put it in stages. We've timed it takes about 12 and a half minutes. We're also going to be putting the egg in the air fryer as well. We're going to be using the Cosori air fryer, the big one, which is the big dual one. We've took the inners out, and we've took the divider out. You could keep it in if you wanted. I'm not sponsored. I've got no affiliation with Cosori, but they have sent me an air fryer in the past just to test and see how it works on commercial. It's the Cosori Duel Blaze we're going to be using. So let's have a go at this one. So we're going to pretty much get the. We're also going to be using some beans as well. So we're going to get some beans prepped in. Now, you're going to have to bear with me because I've got a new camera here, so it's going to be following me about everywhere. So we'll wait and see how it goes. So I'm just going to put some beans into a little foil tray. These are about £1 for about 10. So they're not expensive for you to use and then throw in the bin afterwards. So the beans have gone in. There's probably a couple of spoons there. And then the keys with this, it needs to be foiled over. Because we're not using a microwave, we're just going to use air fryer for everything. So the beans are all ready to go. Now we're going to be using the air fryer on 190 degrees. We're going to be setting it for 12 and a half minutes, and then we're going to be adding things in stages. You are going to have to put a little bit of oil in. Now a lot of people use this spray oil, so a bit of spray oil on the food going in will work all right. But I've got a little bit of oil in a bottle to use. So we're just going to pretty much get it on. The air fryer is going to go on to grand zone, so it's pretty much going to be using it all. We're going to set it now to pretty much 195 degrees, and we're going to set it for 12 minutes. But what we'll do is we'll set it for 13 minutes, and then if you want your egg hard, leave it in for 13 minutes. If you want it soft, it needs to come out with 30 seconds left. So first things to do is it's not being preheated or anything else. We're just going to pop it in. So the first thing is the beans have gone in, so we put the beans in like that, as you can see right in the corner, and we know this will work. We're going to need some oil for the sausages, so a couple of squirts of oil in there. Now the bacon and sausage, the fat will come out and help it cook, but we're just going to add a little bit to it. So we're on to, we've got it already set to go, ready on 13 minutes. The sausages raw, straight in the air fryer, but just give them a little coat with the oil that we've already put in. Also, hash brown. Hash brown needs to go in now. Again, the little bit of oil that we've put in, just dip that into the air, dip that in, get a little bit more coating. So that's ready to go. So let's get cracking. This is a short video, literally 30 and a half minutes. Right, we're on the cooking time now. So the cooking time's going away. So while you're waiting for the sausages. So the next stage is when it gets down to 10 minutes on the air fryer, we need to load the next components in. So we're going to be loading in the bacon, the fried bread, and the mushrooms. Now, a little tip with the mushrooms, don't know whether you can see, but I'm going to try what they want to be cut into chunks. So I'm just going to show you what I'm doing via the picture. So as you can see, we've like sliced them quite thick slices. If you slice them too thin, they'll just crispen off and they'll be quite dry and hard. But if you're going to cook them like this, I just leave all the stalks on. As you can see, all the stalks are left on. They've all been washed off, ready. And then we'll get some of them prepped up. And I've used free mushrooms. I actually don't think you need to use free mushrooms. But it's entirely you. Put as much of yourself in. This is just going to cook for one person. Now you can get enough for two in the air fryer. I haven't tested it out with two yet, but that'll be the next stage. Just got to keep your eyes on the timings because we've got 11 minutes 30 seconds left. So when it gets down to 10 minutes, load in the fried bread, which we've already cut up. We've left the crust on and everything else. That's ready to go. So next stage is it's just waiting at the minute. As you can see, the air fryer is on the timing. We're getting almost down to roughly 10 minutes left, or 50 odd seconds left, and then we'll be loading the next components. So let's just quickly open it up so we can see. You can see the sausages in there. You can see the beans in there. They're going back on again. So this is quite a good way to cook breakfast for yourself. Save yourself washing up. A lot of people out there don't, cook for themselves on their own, and it will save you a lot of hassle and a lot of time, a lot of washing up. Nobody likes washing up, especially me. So it's just a matter of waiting now. We're getting down to the last 15 seconds before we load in the next item. Which is almost ready. Okay, so we'll quickly turn that off. So we're backloading the next items in. As I said, we're going to be putting in the bacon. We're only going to put a couple of slices in. So when you're loading the bacon in, quickly turn the hash brown and quickly turn the sausages. So we're going to put a couple of pieces of bacon in. Again, use the fat that's already in there to coat the bacon. Don't know whether you can see. You might be able to see. So yeah, we're just going to coat that one in like that. And then back on. And then the mushrooms are going in as well. So which are going in now. A little bit more oil on them. Okay. Right, so the mushrooms have got in now. We're now going to be waiting until the timer goes back down to 7 minutes, and then we will be loading in the. We will be loading in the tomatoes next. So just quickly make sure it's all loaded. Back on again. Obviously, I'm trying to work the kitchen as well, so it's just got to try and bear with me a minute. So that one's already on. Jake, can you get me one of them nice big bomber plate, please? It's just keeping your eyes on it. Yes, you've got to stand here for like 10 minutes, but you'd have to stand here for 10 minutes anyhow. It's just It's just how it is. Obviously, my camera's following me about. So I've got this. It's basically it follows you about everywhere. You set it up. I've only just. It's a DJI camera. It's got stabilizer on it. It's got automatic tracking on it. My lad Jake bought it me for Christmas. I haven't been able to try and test it to see how it works, but it seems to be working all right. Now I can follow it. I mean, look, it's following me about now. It's nice and steady. If I bend down a bit like this, you know, as you can see, it's following me. It's a really good bit of kit. You can see all the kitchen now as you're going along. It's unreal. So it's nobody's holding the camera for me. These are absolutely brilliant. So you just got to bear with me on it while I get made around it, and obviously we'll be getting some more vlogs out. So we're up to 8 minutes 15 seconds. The next item's got to go in is going to be the tomato. So we're just going to get the tomato and we're going to cut it straight into half. So pretty much like that. I've cut it that way. A lot of people, when you get the tomato, sometimes they'll cut it straight that way. I don't want to get that stalk. I want that stalk on that bottom just for presentation. It looks 100% better. So this will get dipped into the oil, turned upside down and back on. Then it needs to go on when it gets down to bang on 7 minutes. We're already up to 7 minutes 30 seconds. So this is pretty much a short vlog. And it's nice and easy. Nice and easy for everyone to do. We're going to be, I'm probably going to do a couple on like bacon butties and sausage butties and everything else. It's following me very quick, so obviously I'm moving pretty quick. So that's what it's trying to do. So we're almost ready for the next item to load. And what I'll do is I'll just put it on stop. I'll flip the camera around and then you can pretty much see how things have started to cook already. Right, so that's it. Missed 1 second out there. So we're now on to loading the tomato in there. So as you can see now, the sausages are starting to cook, the bacon's starting to cook, the hash brown's starting to cook, and the mushrooms are down there. We're just going to flip the fry bread over because it started crisping off on one side, as you can see. Just going to flip it over. The hash brown we're going to turn over nice and steady. The sausages are alright, the bacon's alright, everything's lovely. Yeah, just you can see there's a little bit of oil in there, but we just need that bit of oil for it to cook. So next thing is we're just going to get the tomatoes, and what I mean by dipping it, we're just going to put it in a little bit of oil like that. I'm going to put 2 pieces of tomatoes on, and it's one of the lads' birthdays today, so he's going to be having this. He's going to be having this for his breakfast, just to test it, see how it goes. So we're back on again. As you can see, I missed the timing. Now the next load is going to be the fried egg. So we're back on again cooking, and we're going to be waiting while it gets down to about 4 minutes. Right, so as you can see, we're up to 4 minutes now. The bacon's just about cooked, the fried breads are cooked, the mushrooms are cooked. Now this is the tricky part now, we're going to get the fried egg in. So what I suggest you do is just keep your eyes on everything, pull the bacon over a little bit, move the tomatoes. The fried bread now is cooked, so that can be pretty much moved out of the way a little bit. Fried bread can go on top of the beans, like that. So that's just gives you a little bit more space. And then we're going to be dropping the fried egg in. This is obviously a little tricky bit to do, but I'll get it all ready on for you and get it all sorted. So more space. Eggs in now. You just got to lift it up nice and steady. Put it in, just try and keep it as level as you can. And the egg's going in. Back on. And that's it. Now we're waiting for that to cook. And that should be ready in 3.5 minutes. Right, so we haven't got long left on the air fryer. It's 1 minute and 43 seconds. So we're just going to wait and take the egg out, and then we'll plate it all up. So happy days for a nice easy breakfast. So the only thing that you're going to have to wash really is going to be your plate, your knife fork, and the air fryer. Nice and simple. The key is to keep your eyes on it. Just make sure that you covered everything in oil. You know, you don't need to use loads of oil. Like the tomatoes, you can get away with not coating them in oil if need be. But the eggs, getting there. There's about 50 seconds left, 30 seconds left on the air fryer. If you want your egg well done, then I would run it for 13 minutes. If you want it nice and soft, then I would definitely run it for like 12 minutes, 30 seconds. I'm just going to quickly go and get some tongs. It will follow me about, and then I'll be back in 2 seconds. Right, so the air fryer is just about ready. I've just put it on pause for 30 seconds. Now we're ready to go. It's now 30 seconds left, and that's all done. So I'm going to pretty much show you where we're up to on it. So just bear with me 1 second while I flip the camera around. Once I can work out how to do it. Okay, as you can see, we've left it on 30 seconds left. And there we have it. Everything's done. And I'm just going to try that egg. Look at that egg. Perfect. Now I've got some bikers coming in, just come in, and I've just told them I'm going to give you this for free. So let's just see what their feedback's going to be. So there you have it. There's a full English breakfast. As you can see, the egg is nice and soft. I'm just going to take this out to some bikers that's just come in, and we'll see what he says as it's going out. Yeah. So we just got 3 bikers just come in. Retirees, I take it, guys.
Yeah, just for about 30 years.
Yeah, as you can see, he's only a young lad. So this chap's going to try his breakfast, and he's going to give us a bit of feedback and tell us what he thinks. Sorry, mate, I don't like filming you while you're eating, mate. But everything's been done in air fryer, that. So if you want breakfast for yourself, you can pretty much cook it nice and easy. It's took 13 minutes, that.
Yeah, we only use the air fryer till now.
Yeah. Well, the egg's gone in the air fryer.
Really?
Yeah, everything's gone in the air fryer. If you want the egg more cooked, then you leave it in for another 30 seconds longer. Yeah, look at them. They're all diving in now. But thank you very much, guys. Hope you enjoy, mate. Thank you, mate. Cheers, mate.